Hi everyone, it's Suzanne Gifford. I'm out here in the studio. Hello, gorgeous life. And I wanted to share with you the latest pours. They're super exciting and I really, really like them and I want to share them. They're so exciting. I think I shared with you guys yesterday and I'm learning more and more about how, for me, one of the really, really cool things about what I've got going on is that I have been working on my healing gifts for years, my entire life. And I'm a Reiki master and I work with rocks and crystals and I do all these different things. And when I left Alaska and we came down here to Florida, my husband was able to gift me some time to kind of relax. My shoulder was getting really tight. My wrist was getting really tight from being a 20-year hairdresser. I absolutely loved being a hairdresser because it gave me the opportunity to have my hands on people and to do healing work right on. And a lot of my clients call me a therapist and stuff because that's what we do. We're like bartenders. We get all of their stuff and then I have to take it and help them and dispose of it and wash it down the drain so that they don't go home sick or anything, because that's my goal, is to help people. And that's what I love. That's my life purpose, is to help. But as I've been here in Florida, I've been gifted this beautiful community. Dunedin is a Celtic-based community, which if anybody knows about Europe and Ireland and Scotland, there's a huge amount of magic. And that magic is here too. And that magic for me allowed me to relax a little bit about not being so hypersensitive about my gifts and kind of actually blossom them. So I've been taking classes, I've been doing different things. But in this process, about a month after we got here, I was given the gift of what was called orgonite, which a gentleman coined the term. A gentleman took that word and he went and had it trademarked, which was rude to the rest of the other healers in the world who wanted to help others. So the word orgonite is trademarked, so I can't technically use it. It's kind of like saying basketball, and I no longer can call it a basketball. Does that even make sense? So anyways, what I realized recently, the crows are talking. You can hear them. One of the things that I realized is that all my life, I've always known that one of my previous lifetimes that was most influential for this lifetime as far as my healing gifts was Atlantis. Now, a lot of people are Lemuria based or they're Chiron or whatever. For me, it was Atlantis. I love rocks and crystals, and I couldn't tell you why. I'm not the type of person that just picks up a crystal and goes, oh my gosh, I feel all the energy. In my head, it's very science. A crystal or a rock has a purpose. It's part of Earth, and our Earth has gotten out of balance. So what has been happening is I've been honing back into those cellular memories and all of that lifetimes because Atlantis was around for like 1800 years or whatever. So for me, I've been tapping into the Atlantis. What I did then, I'm doing now. And I'm using the technology of Atlantis, working with the rocks and crystals. And so orgonite was the word or the term that brought me into my gifts. I call them EMF Busters because they're electromagnetic frequency busting all of the blocks and the yucks in the body. And one step further, now they're harmonized to the Earth's heartbeat. Mother Earth has an actual vibration and a heartbeat. And scientists can show you on a graph, there's an actual frequency of the Earth, and when the frequency is typically at 7.83 hertz, and every now and then it spikes up over 8, and then kind of gets everybody all jacked up, and this is where, and when it really spikes up, that's where you see a lot more tsunamis, and you see a lot more larger waves and things like that, and then it settles back down, and then you'll see a spike like 35, and that causes a lot of humans to go frantic. You start feeling one, exhausted, or two, you go like fucking crazy. Okay. And that's because the Earth is like getting electrocuted. Okay. We're here on Earth and we're humans and we're very sensitive to these things. So I make all these really cool things. I'm guided through spirit. I'm guided from my previous cellular memory. So today's reveal is really cool because one of my favorite things I love to work with is amethyst. Love it. my favoriteest color in the world is deep amethyst purple. I am not a lavender girl. I am a deep amethyst girl. So one of the things that I love making is when I'm making a pour, okay, and I get extras, I take and I pour off extra pieces. So like these are extra little pucks that have the cool coloring, and I actually have pigments that I add to my resin that these have black obsidian, amethyst, and selenite in them, and then it has the metals in the resin, which is what creates the frequency. And I have a little cone. But what I was making, where I got that resin from, is I'm calling them, these ones are my happy, I don't know where my little paper went, but these are like happy. They're just happy. Hang on a second here. And I'm calling it just happy heart because they're kind of simple, but yet they're so powerful. It's ice rose quartz, and ice rose quartz is a very, very high vibration. And for a lot of people, it can be overwhelming. And for some people, they need it. Kind of like that kick in the ass. So it's got ice rose quartz, red aventurine, which is huge on manifestation, sunstone, which these were hand collected by my beautiful sister out in Oregon, right on the Oregon coast. And then I have white quartz, clear quartz, selenite, and these are what they look like. Don't these just, and of course, when you start dealing with the fifth dimensional chakras, the heart is more, you're having more pinks and not necessarily, it's more clear, it's the white, but what we're still dealing with in the fourth dimension is the pink and the green heart chakra. So these are super awesome. It's like I look down and it's like this beautiful display of happy hearts. So I don't know how else to explain it. So then one of the other things that I did is, and I made them before, but they're a protection, one is a protection pendant, but I was told to go ahead and make a tray of pucks because we all need our protection. And I've got my little formula here, so let me get these for you. Now in my protection pucks, because they're all the core protection stones. I had a girlfriend who was really feeling attacked all the time, and so I thought, you know, one of my favorite things when I first started out was fluorite and black tourmaline. I used to wear them on me all the time. But these particular ones have fluorite, tiger eye, black tourmaline, shungite, black obsidian, of course your clear quartz, your metals, and your resin. Okay, and then I added this really cool pigment. And this is what they look like. Aren't these just, they're cool. I have some of my handmade, some of them you can see better than others because of the pigment. My handmade metal activators. You take your wire and you make a circular, which is part of that Tesla energy, and it keeps things moving. But I also made a couple pendants of it because a lot of times we need to wear them, just like my Harmony pendant. I've literally shown people how to take, and when they're standing there, you put your arms out to the side and you are on one foot and you have somebody try to push you down, and a lot of times you'll fall down. You take one of my devices and you hold it, put it in your pocket, whatever, put it on you, and do the same trick and you will not fall over. It's as simple as that. I am harmonizing you with Mother Earth. I am making you balanced and grounded, but then I'm using all of these crystals and rocks and love to make it even more another step of healing. So not only is it harmonizing with Earth's energy, but it's also now healing the heart, or healing diabetes, or healing MS, or whatever it is you have, then I have that going on. So I'm guided through spirit, I'm guided through the technology of Atlantis to now. And I'm putting them up on my Etsy page, and or just contact me through Facebook. If you see something you like, just send me a message and say, hey, you know, how much is that? I am all about helping people, and I want to help you. So have a beautiful day. Love and light. May you truly understand and appreciate what it is I'm trying to offer. And more to come. Love you guys.